A spot?
Yeah.
Tucked away now?
And you know all of our fans down in Australia right now that are listening in here on the web, they are cheering for the 24. That's their boy, Brett Metcalf, representing Australia here today. But he's got his hands full because the 2010 champ is really starting to put it together here.
Dungey going from outside to inside, just trying to ride where Metcalf is, and Metcalf definitely knows he's back there, but whoa, a couple of mistakes from Eddie, but not losing much ground.
Did you see he landed, the rear wheel was over the yellow markers right there.
Dungey gonna go for it again. Almost bumped the wheels in that corner.
Watch this, Dungey back to the inside.
Right past the mechanics area, Dungey gonna slingshot from outside to inside and makes the move.
That's third. I'm telling you, Dungey needs a second in this moto to keep pace with James Stewart and have a chance at the overall.
And Metcalf trying to respond, though. You can see he has picked up the level of aggression and is coming right back after the number 5.
This is the first race in the National Motocross Championship for these guys. And they've been riding those Supercross tracks for 6 or 7 months. Now it's starting to get rough. Okay, this is the first actual race here, so we'll see how these guys respond and what their bodies are feeling like.
To Hangtown and the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship. Ryan Dungey here. That's the number 5. Trust us underneath all that mud. There it is. He's made another move. Got around Brett Metcalf. Take us through it, Jeff.
Watch right here. He set this up in the corner before. Metcalf goes wide, trying to find a smooth line, and Dungey really accelerates hard. Made a full commitment. Makes the pass stick. That's good enough for third. Got to get up to second right now, and he's
about 3 seconds between himself and Millsaps in that number 2 spot, with what we think will be 3 laps to go, so not much time.
Looks like Jason Thomas there on the BTO bike, getting put a lap down by our leaders. I've been really impressed here. Out of our screen is Davey Millsaps.
He's turned it up.
He started to look like he had a fade going on there in the middle of the race, and he has totally hammered it. And that tells me that his training is there, his confidence is there. Kelly spoke earlier today about his comments about, well, you know, it's just a different type of momentum that he didn't really think to carry any from Supercross Championship, Motocross Championship. I feel the opposite. I feel that Millsaps has got the ultimate confidence right now.
And credit out to his trainer, Pablo, real fun guy who actually runs a gym in Manhattan, but still comes to the races with Davey and does a motocross thing on the side. Millsaps lost a lot of weight this year, probably in the best shape we've ever seen him in, and he's ridden very well. And if it weren't for this guy, we'd probably be talking about Millsaps winning the race. But James Stewart has been in a league of his own throughout this one. He's led every lap. His lead is 8.5 seconds over Millsaps right now with 2 to go.
Well, James has got the freedom to explore some lines and get out there and stay pretty clean. I mean, look, he's got Roost on the front of him, and he's led the whole race. That's just from the lappers. These guys that have been battling in those top 5 positions, they have really been taking on the mud and rock and rice hole. But Stewart had the fastest lap. He turned a 2:04. Last time around, he was a 2:09, so 5 seconds a lap off. But look, these riders in second and third here, Millsaps and Dungey, are not that far off the pace. And I got to note, Dungey, he's 13 seconds off the lead. At one point, he was more than 20 seconds after the start.
Yeah, he's definitely put in a hard charge, and now you see Dungey in third, no longer dealing with the pressure from either Metcalf or Short. He has been able to shake those two. That's 4th and 5th. Tickle 6th, Alessi 7th, Tommy Hahn 8th, Grant and Jake Weimer rounding out the top 10. There is Metcalf putting Jason Thomas a lap down. A good run for Metcalf 4th, but at one point he was in 2nd. And Millsaps and Dungey just found another gear here late in this one.
Yeah, there's another lap rider there. That's the 662, was it?
I can tell they're totally covered in mud there. We'll get you the name on that one in just a minute. That's Dusty Pipes on the 652. The best names in the sport. Dusty Pipes, man. There is Short, And we were talking about this early in the moto. Last time he rode this Honda 450 was in 2010, and he got about half of the hole shots. I think 11 out of 24 motos he pulled the hole shot, and battled with Stewart across the line in this one. Got his customary good start on that bike. And for the first half of this race, looked strong. Looked like he might pull up a runner-up ride, but second half, things have changed. Something's changed here for Tickle. Side panel coming off.
That rear number plate there, and that protects the exhaust system from it. You notice how it's silver there. It's got some of that material that probably NASA developed to reflect the heat there on the inside of it. That right leg, when he has to lean back on the bikes, can get a little warm.
It's the last lap, and James Stewart is leading it. Can you script a better return to Hangtown than this? Not only fastest in qualifying in both sessions, and not only winning this first moto, but doing it in dominant fashion. And when James is winning titles in this 450 class, or even when he was in the smaller 125 class, which they now call the 250 division, he always said he didn't like getting dirty. You want to get the lead as quickly as possible.
I agree.
Avoid the roost. You like that strategy?
You stay clean. Do you know how much better you look in photos when you lead the whole race?
Like yours pumping, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the sponsors want.
Last time he won a race was the finale, in motocross, was the finale of this tour at Steel City in 2008. And that completed a perfect season where he won all 24 motos. Now, James has said in pretty much every interview he has done since switching to the Suzuki team that the 24-0 type of season is not his goal. He's just trying to get back into it, just trying to have a good time, soak up the good vibes.
Yeah,
but the more he wins, the more people are going to ask about that.
It's easy to say that going in. He switched teams. He hasn't rode this championship for a while. But let's say we get 2 races down the road and he's won 4. It's going to be in the back of his mind because he's had 1 undefeated season. Ricky Carmichael had 2. Those guys have gone after the record books, each one of them. Okay,
right.
So Carmichael's got him 1-upped on that one.
Well, so far the decision to switch bikes and return to Lucas Oil Pro Motocross has been a good one. Welcome back, James Stewart. He wins his first moto back in the series and his first race ever on a Suzuki. That's Lee McCullum, veteran mechanic over there. He's happy. They sprung him back into work. Leroy get down here with the wrenches, worked for James, and it worked. For sure, they got themselves a win.
The pressure is on, Leroy.
Yeah, he's been helping some of the other riders on the team. He hasn't been a direct mechanic for any of the riders this year since they only had Metcalf, but he shows he still knows how to tune a bike.
He's 1-0 so far.
Yeah, all right, so Stewart has the win, and